Hello everybody, welcome to my next video. That's right, Liverpool are the champions. And, speaking of champions, we have some wildcard winners here. This is going to probably be a bit of a long video. So this is for the beatboxing nerds, or people that really like niche. Because what I'm about to do now is show you my official top 50 GBB solo wildcards of 2025. Now, I do apologise in advance if some are cut, just in case for any copyright issues, or if I mess anything up, I'm just sorry, whatever. Just relax and enjoy. I'll run over my official top 50 and tell you why they are. I'll take you through a journey starting from 50th all the way. We'll work all the way up to the top. That'll be fun. I can imagine this video is probably going to end up being about 40 minutes. That's my guess. We'll see. But let's get into it. I never ask this in my videos, but please go ahead and drop a like on this one. Let's see if the ratio looks different now I've asked. I wonder if it matters. So yeah, click a little like and subscribe if you're new, of course. But just to recap it all, I was an official judge, one of 3 judges for the competition. And this is my official top 50 scores. All right, little coffee test and we'll get in. Oh, the coaster wants to coast with me. It's just a 10. I'm just murking it nowadays. All right, I've also got some bloobs. Before I jump into my top 50, let me tell you who nearly made that. Okay, if you were wondering, if you're one of these artists that was on the cusp, oh man, Levy was so close. Okay, no, actually 60th, S27. And then Kingdom, Checkmate, Dynamat, Karma, Akadulan, Waddle, Tito, Grey Cloud, and G-Wiz. In that order going up. So you were the ones that were on the cusp of my top 50, and even the ones down right below that, like I'm looking at Penido and Duxie, G7ZV, Hebex, these synopsis. My god, the level was just ridiculous, honestly. Like, there's no cutoff point for me to say that it's not ridiculous. It really is. I'm still zooming, still scrolling, and it genuinely was crazy. Oh my god. It's actually mad. I won't waste any more time. Big up to all those people that I just mentioned. You were on the cusp of my top 50. Now, let's get into the actual top 50. All right, kicking things off with Sonus. Sonus at 50th. Yeah, man, this wildcard was a different approach. It felt like he was the only high-level beatboxer that took an approach that didn't show off his major abilities. It was the only one that did that for me. This is a highlight part. Right, yeah, here we go.
Sonus with the Glock, LSD, fuck bitches. Fat Korean cock, no cap, kill snitches.
So from an enjoyment perspective, this one's really high. From a technical perspective, it scores down. Still enough to make the top 50 though, which is an insane achievement in this year's competition. Very swaggy and bouncy. At 49th, I had Azar, who I've never heard before, and the first Belarus beatboxer I can think of.
Azar from Belarus. This is my solo record.
So this one was really interesting. He sung really prominently through the piece with polyphonics.
We play the game. This game is who.
It's mad.
The sun is starting.
I don't think the pitch choice is massively aesthetically pleasing to me, but the technique of singing in polyphonic is ridiculous. It kind of makes up for it. Oh, precision is mad. Madness. Yeah, man, that's just another sick one. Polyphonics were crazy here, and it was a memorable piece, so big up. Okay, 48 probably is Souls. Now, this one is not the most flashy. This one is just straight to the point, high-level beatbox, hard to deny, hard to put outside the top 50 when everything is so well-rounded. Just listen to some parts, look.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us.
Clean enough, fast enough, powerful enough. It gets even crazier as well, I remember. Yeah, just so consistent. Ah, the textures. What happens here? What? It's mad to think that it's this low, but that's the way it is. Okay, 47. We have an extremely interesting one. Kind of the opposite of Souls. Completely not as consistent, not as well-rounded, but extremely interesting and flashy. This guy is crazy with his techniques. He is so unique. I think I scored him either 19 or 20 probably for the originality. Just listen to this. In fact, before I hear it, it's like, I remember it was like, it sounded like a circle, like a circus, like and like I picture so much stuff when I hear it. It's crazy Wildcard. He definitely didn't execute it his strongest. There was parts that weren't so clean, but just listen to some of this madness, honestly. You ain't gonna hear much beatbox like this. The cool thing about this one is you have to come to this one to hear beatbox like this. Check it out. It's like, so far, it's like a plant. I can't explain it. It's like one of the plants I used in Plants vs. Zombies to attack things.
Si no te pidas serán destruir.
I really wanted to score this higher. That is ridiculous, I'm telling you now. I really recommend going and checking that whole piece out from Xbit. Serious, yeah. Had to be in my top 50. Alright, the next one is going to be... Wait, 54? No, probably 46th? Yeah, it is. It's Cryix at 46th. Now, if you don't know about Cryix's beatbox, it's very explosive. It's quite a typical approach, sound pack from this new era of beatbox. So there's a lot of expected sections for me personally, things that I think he templates quite similar to other beatboxers. But then he has this unbelievable bass and this really interesting level of skill in his intricate combos. And they're the two things that I think of mostly when I hear Cryix. And his drops are just ridiculous. Check some of this out. It's just... It's a funk bass. And then I got a repetitive, like... Drum rolls are a bit repetitive for me, but man, when you have this level of quality in your bass, it has to be this high. Yeah, man. All right, going up there from there is going to be at 45th is Shield.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name.
I don't know too much from Shield, but I do remember that there's this one part later in this video that is insane. It's so insane that he falls out of timing. But I value how good the actual beat is and how technical it is. So check some of this.
Evolution.
Alright, so this crazy bit, I think. Is it? Yeah, here I think. Now? Oh.
Break it down.
Wow. Okay, so listen, this one, right? This is for the beatboxers. This is not something that would captivate the non-beatbox ear. But when I listen to it from a beatboxering perspective, I just know how difficult that is to do. It's unbelievable. And it's very powerful as well. Powerful set of sounds. Right. Up from there, we've got CJ now in 44th.
Yo.
See, when I told you about the level, guys, I'm telling you now. When I tell you those people that didn't make it in, like a Cadulan, even in my top 50, it's just too many good people this year. It was the level was extremely impressive. So at 44, CJ. This guy is a colourful package of sounds. It's extremely explosive, very non-stop. I do score him down because it's a little bit hectic and chaotic for me. But it's undeniably ridiculous. You can click anywhere. So complex. So this was the lead for me. Kind of like generic beatbox drill style. But this bit goes, I think, in a sec. Over here, I think it's just like unprocessable.
I'm gonna bend this stage with a flame. I'm gonna.
Technique's ridiculous. Oh, the grooves are ridiculous. The amount of sounds, this complexity. I was not the biggest fan of the mix of this one. It felt a little bit raw or like a little bit rough. But yeah, he's got a strong attack, kind of like Kaji, where it's very explosive and powerful in your face, but undeniably top 50. Okay, up from there, I've got a more controlled wildcard, that's for sure. Not the most skilled in comparison, but there is some really interesting stuff with him. So he has this kind of Marmite style of singing, where you either love it or hate it.
To be lovers that you know don't get love I tell you verse vain like a nebula. Telling to be lovers that you know don't get.
The cool thing about this though is Gene here is from Japan, and so he's singing in second language, which imagine how hard that is to do. Try it yourself, it's really tough. So the pronunciation is slightly off, but like I'm aware that it's second language, you know? And that's cool because the universal language spec'd across the globe is English, so it helps people like me, the judge. That's how we communicate in English. Oh! The quality is ridiculous. This sitar thing. What?
And why scared you up?
Then he has this bass coming in a sec, look. Right here, you can see the spike. And it's like skull bass, because it looks like he's a human skull when he does it. But it's really cool. Listen.
Ready.
Crazy, man. 43rd. It's crazy. Yeah. It's so stylish. There's not much I want to say down on it. Like, I don't want to spend the time to advise, like, how to go higher. Just do your thing. Like, Gene, you kill it, man. Just do your thing. Like, honestly, don't be disheartened by the score. Just keep killing it, because your beatbox is sick. All right, 42nd. We've got Azar. This is the vice champion from Turkey, and he just won my last live event. What a beast. I remember it was him versus Decoy in the final. And they hate each other. You should wait for it. All right, anyway, this one again, it's a bit like CJ's where it's very full on. I think it needs space. I do see some places to improve, because it's a bit messy with the amount that's going on. But there is this one insane sound he does that's like... Did you hear that little whistle in there? That little high-pitched one? I can do it sometimes, but he does it insanely in here.
My
Listen.
name is Azar.
It sounds like money. It sounds like change in your pocket. Listen out for that again. Man. He is really, really technical with these arpeggiators.
Fair drop infinite variation.
Very similar to CJ's, just a slight bit more wow. You can okay, what you will see is I do not have a clear and obvious method to get to the high ranks, because right in between CJ and Azar we have Gene, and Gene's is completely opposite. It's more of a set piece musical, and those ones are technical. So if you're looking from a musical and technical standpoint, along the way you're going to see extreme variation. It's just about the overall quality that puts them in this ranking, and I always find a way to set it above and below each one. So I'll talk a little bit more like that as we go forward. So why is the next one higher than Azar's? All right, so this one again is a bit more cohesive. There's a lot more structure to it. There's a lot more theme. It's more themed, this piece. Again, for me, it's a little bit tame in the wow factor department. So from an energy perspective or an emotional connection perspective, to be desired a tiny bit, but I really do feel the style of match. And I mean, look at all the wild cards that we have above it. So above, sorry, all the wild cards he is above. It's ridiculous. Like, just to be at this point now, you've got to be something special. So 41st match. Check some parts.
We are defined.
If I was ranking wildcards based off of textures, this would be in the top 5.
By tapestries of moments. Tapestries.
Everything sounds like a match, like a torch. So one of the judges has him in the top something like 15, and I literally can't agree more. There's not much to say why he's not in the top 15. And so what I noticed this year was, if it was 15th for somebody and 40th for someone else, it was quite close. Like, putting this 15th, I agree. I just have a series of wildcards that I've happened to favour over it for some way more than another. Really good piece. And to round off the top 40, I've got Biscuit.
This is Biscuit.
How can this be only 40th? This guy's beatbox is ridiculous. He takes a unique approach by freestyling in this one. And I definitely think he captures the energy better than most people. I do think this year, though, the problem was it then took a deficit because people allowed themselves to write set pieces which delivered things that they wanted to a little bit more effectively from a technical or musical standpoint. Not from an energy perspective. He's killing people from an energy perspective. But yeah, USA, top 40.
And this is my wild card.
Check some parts.
Y'all be doing too much.
The flow is so sick.
Y'all be doing too much.
So why above match when it's not got the same level of structure? It's because I think there is more variation that still satisfies me, and the energies is stronger. These bloobs, man. They're not even blueberry. That's not blueberry. That's not blueberry. That's a blue melon. That's huge. It's bigger than my eye. Anyway. He's even got the flipping timer on in his hand on the phone. It's so freestyled. My prediction for this one is when you start doing takes, you start to get into a form. So he's probably got somewhat of a laddered form from the start that he's following, that he's doing little variations of along the way. And the later you get in, the more definite open what's next is coming. Let me know, Biscuit, if that's kind of the case. So like by this part, it really is now just whatever comes in the brain.
Yeah, I'm going off.
See, I'm doing enough. He missed a syllable because it's just freestyle.
Yeah, I'm going off.
Oh my days. I'm going to put my hands up and admit I would probably take an approach similar to this now because I'm more mastered in my style. So I'd be able to pull this off really well. All right. Better than that one, Wally. Apparently for me.
Yo.
Which feels right. Yo, this is Wally.
This is Wally from Chile.
This is Wally from Chile. I love it. This one again, this one goes back in the ladder. It's like a ladder. So this one's like Gene and Match and now Wally. Whereas Biscuit is with Azar and CJ. More chaotic, more stuff going on. And this one is more in the controlled way. There's a theme to this one. It's a song.
Welcome for GBB.
You know?
Keep missing. Don't see that veins on.
See, the thing is, right? This one's in 39th for me. If this is in your top 10, I'm not even arguing with you. That's a difference. I think you guys, the ones that the angry comments, the passive watcher, you're enjoying, right? But there is drama, I'll admit. There's drama with these scorecards. People heavily disagree with some of my stuff. But my argument is I don't think you actually heavily disagree that much. Like, just because you'd put someone 9th, I would put them 27th. Trust me, when you're actually scoring these, the difference between those two ranks is not a lot. So this one being 30, what is it? 39th. If you have this 18th, I agree. I just found enough for each placement.
One more time. That veins on.
Very nice wildcard. I recommend it. Okay. One up from that. Cerus. Okay. This one's gone a bit under the radar. I think I was the only person in the have this in the top 50 and actually top 40. This one is actually very captivating. This captures a strong emotion. And it is so unique. I'm going to play through a bit of this one. Check this out. And for the reasons I just described, that's why it's above the ones so far.
Your body seems to fade with my mind.
Oh, the Echo Man. Ember. Whoa.
But it seems I need some help from you.
If you want to search the full thing.
Need some help.
Oh, this one's sick, man. So he does have quiet dynamics. It's not the strongest from a power perspective. Even that's good. And check this pit in a minute. Now. Four. So it's like 80, 100, 60, 40. Very interesting one. Not as full as the next one, King of Nursia.
Yo, what up?
Not as full. This one's more full. This is fat. To enjoy this one a bit more, you have to ignore the audio. It's a little bit inconsistent audio, not the best on this handheld recorder outside. Not the best, hard to mix. And yeah, so in 30, where are we now? 37, Nursia, who does hold potential to score higher, to be fair. I definitely think this was one of the least best takes of the top 50 or even 100 for me, but still made it this high. Well, that's because a lot of the techniques are his. It's quite a unique piece where it's very identifiable. The bass is strong, the fundamentals are strong, but the timing and the consistency was off. And he sings this sick riff at the start. See, we're already a bit off the time. But you can't deny the strength of the beatbox. It's not easy, man. Yep. What's over here? That's this. Plus. Mad. It's the originating stuff. But this one, I do feel like, at 37th place, with a better take, he has potential to get in my top 15, even. It really was to do with the take for this one. This was not the best take for me, for him. Okay, so going up one, we have Ash. A bit like Cerus, this one. I don't think this is the... Yeah, that's Ash, right. This is a bit like Cerus and some of the ones that aren't rounded. So I can just feel like he's a bit delicate with his beats, his drums. He's weak when it comes to the fundamentals a little bit, especially compared to the rest. So why is he 36th? This one is one of my favorites. This is probably in my top 5 favorites from a subjective, enjoyable standpoint. He probably has my favorite singing in the entire Wildcards, and about half or maybe more are singing. So to be the best singer or my favorite singer means something. And it's beautiful. And the melodies, the pitching around here, he does a... Oh, the pitching. Do you hear how good I'm doing it already? Listen to him doing it. It's so good. I love this one. I wish I could have scored it higher. And this is why I can show off what I describe as some integrity in my judging, because I like to be well-rounded. I do not like to be biased. This is literally my top 5 favorite, right? And I've still got it here in 36th place because I have to give respect and credit to the people that are outstanding in other departments. I love this one. I love it.
I'm lazy, so I'm lying on my bed. ما في شي يحركني لاني كتير حكي.
Not as full, you see, but into the pitch. I'm gonna find it. I think it might be here, somewhere around here.
Wrong.
Ah, man, I love this one. I know what I did was wrong.
I don't know what I'll just do.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right. Going up from there, man like Dillip. Similar story to Nursia for me, where it's another one that has the potential to be in for me. I didn't think this was the best set piece from Dillip, personally. However, one of the judges has him in the top 5, I think. And I can't help but just agree a bit. Like, it's Dillip. If you want to put him 5th, I ain't going to cry at you. Like, it's so unique. It's so original. It's just the pacing of the set from start to finish felt a bit discombobulated for me. That's all. There was an energy missing in this one for me. But some parts that are insane are like this. Yeah, man. Down, we're down, we're down. So that's like it can sound like we're down, but it's not. It's which is really cool. Oh, he's like a bug. Yeah, I felt a bit disconnected all the way through. I thought it was a bit... Okay, the word to describe this one was this felt more like a random piece for me compared to some of Dillip's others where I feel like I'm a little bit more connected to the piece all the way through. Drop.
You're about to witness the presence of greatness.
Ah. That's got to make a drop compilation or something. Yeah, sick, man. Sick. All right, next up. One up from Dillip is Hippie. Hippie in, where are we now? 34. Close to the top 30, but not quite enough.
2025.
I'll be here by my...
Wow, the artistry in this one is insane. He keeps giving me sea shanty vibes. Like, he seems like someone that I'd find in the docks at 11 p.m. when I'm a pirate and all I'm really doing is docking up to try and find some supplies for the next month on the sea. And this guy seems to be in the shipwreck right next to the dock with this low-ass voice doing this crazy shanty.
Myself, don't follow me. I never asked for help, don't follow me. I'll be here on my own, don't follow me.
Even the me.
I'd rather be alone in what I seek. It's solely
he's a little bit on his timing.
What I find is what it to be, and all I know.
No, I love that bit. All I know
is that we just find some drama along until this world is mine. Don't follow me.
So why not higher? I think it's a little bit like missing something for me. Like, we're halfway through and I feel like I needed more in this much. Not as a piece. Great. Like, not even questioning the set. But as a wild card, I think, yeah, just a little bit more. Yes, that's the way to describe it. It's a bit tame in its showing for a wild card score. And by the way, everyone, if you're watching this and you are one of the wild card creators, you all killed it, honestly, and I'm really sorry. I don't like to have to speak down on your sets. I hate it, in fact. Like, it's just my job. And I really like to be transparent because I think it brings value to everyone watching. It's just a cool thing to do. So I don't want to make a wild card and listen to someone just slate it. I don't like that myself. It's quite... I'm putting myself in a position where all of these 50 can minus first. They can choose to dislike me. So it's quite a vulnerable position because I'd love to collab with all of these guys. I think they're all great. And I'm really sorry to speak on it. I just hope that it offers a thought anyway. Because who am I to say what's good and what's not, you know? Like, to be this good obviously means they have some kind of extraordinary ability. So who am I really to say what they should and shouldn't do? It's quite an awkward and uncomfortable position, but I'm just trying to do my best. That's the only way to word it, really. So, yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. Dislike me a bit. Look, I get it, honestly. Especially when I've got you rank 30-something. You could be like 10th. Any of you so far, I guess. But yeah, it's quite an awkward position because there can only be 10 people in the top 10 or one person in first. And if you all stood in a room and did a beatbox cipher, you'd all blow each other's minds. And I'd enjoy being in that cipher. And he does this crazy thing later in where it's like ding 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 ding. Check this out.
Don't follow me.
Even the filler's insane. Now. Oh my god, Hippie. Hippie. With a bit more showing off for a wild card. And that's going up the ranks. Alright. Now, this is... Yeah, you know what? When I look at it, Hippie is the benchmark for a tier up. Hippie, you are the tier up. And everyone now above this is a step up for me. So next up is Derek. This one is extremely consistent. Such a powerful showing of a wild card. And on its day, it would be 10th. Or in the top 10 or a wild card winner. Derek just, unfortunately, had 30-something contenders that were as good.
This is Derek representing the USA.
So strong. I guess, like... I don't think this is a critique, but I can see maybe from other judges is that it could have had more variety, a bit more flavors. That, not for me. I loved it as is, honestly. Like, I'm talking to you like I've got this one in my top 10 because I'm defending these from now on, pretty much. I just think this one's so consistent. And then the drops come in. He had a drop there. So technical, so clean, so powerful. Yeah, maybe just a bit more flavors, I would say, for that. Alright, so why is the next one better? Let's see. So the next one is Mr. Androider at 32nd. Right, so this one I got a bit disconnected on as something to say down on. I think that there could have been a stronger story from start to finish. I also think the drill approach was very typical to beatbox drill. And I think that, personally, Mr. Androider is somebody that is one of the most unique beatboxers in the world. Like, right at the top tier. And I think I would have loved to see him pour that originality into drill beatbox instead of a template that I've heard with drill beatbox. Oh my god. Oh, you just hear that. It's all right. And that's why it's up here. This is actually quite close to the... If you seen from me, I did Pay Me a Bill and I give you some drill. Oh, sorry. I ate all these blueberries. All these blueberries. Yeah. And then later in he does this crazy hip hop thing, I think. Okay, this part, this, I think, was a bit weaker than the rest of the set. Not that.
Every year.
Now. I get what he's going for. It's like... it's just a bit hard for the ears to hear and appreciate as much. But this one is just filled with that original and unique information that Android has. If you go watch the piece all the way through, you'll be pretty mind blown, because the only way to hear that is through him. So that's why it's up there. This video is going to be like an hour and a half. I said 40 minutes. The recording is already past that. All right, 31st HAS. Right, well-rounded, super consistent, amazing arpeggiating control. Arpeggiating, more like a scale. The pitches are immaculate. It's so clean. It lacked a bit of dynamic energy for me. And I was not just so impressed with the drops, I guess you could say. Like, I need a new trick. I need a trick in this one, that's all. But it's on a consistency and pitching and all these objective metrics, it's like top 15, maybe even higher, actually. Top 10. But yeah, from an enjoyment perspective, I think I just wanted some HAS tricks a little bit more. And then, now we hit the top 30. And these are now undeniable. All of the top 30 are essentially my top 10. Because of how many... Listen to the ones we've just heard. Listen to them. And now... If you've made it this far, you're above all of them. So you clearly are insane. But still 30th. And that's the issue. Like, it's so easy to check the results on your phone and see Dlow put this guy 30th. He must hate him. Oh my God. I can't tell you how much I disagree. I see it as like, oh my God, I've just put you above everyone I've just shown off. So... Kicking it off in 30th was ZVD. So he is the benchmark of how to make the hardest competitions top 30.
Yo, this is ZVD.
This one's slow paced. This one has a little bit of timing issues from an objective standpoint, but the song is so pleasant. Outside noise. I just really like it. The execution is fantastic, and this progression of the lit bass is so cool. Again, maybe a bit more in the wild card to score higher for me. Just like, not as a set, the set's perfect, but showing a bit more in a competitive environment.
Side noise.
Yeah. Sick. No, that's not my favourite part. I think this bit is. This is so nice, man. Yeah, man. All right, 29th. We have a seriously unique one. So, why higher than ZVD? I think he's showing more flavors and tricks. That's why. That's why I've got him higher than everyone so far, because of how fresh it feels. So why not higher? That's probably going to be the consistency. There's a few sounds that drop in volume or aren't as consistent all the way through. Take a break from the fundamental drums, keep the rhythm going on, and then come back in an unusual position. I really like it. I appreciate you, Beatbox. From a beatboxer I've never heard to being in my top 30, I want you to take that as I'm ridiculously impressed by this. This is unbelievable. And that is... I can hear his fundamental kick and snares are so powerful as well. I think that's what it is, actually, is some are this powerful and sometimes it's only this powerful. So the dynamic is a little bit inconsistent. No. I did it the first time. I would add a snare there. I don't know why. So it's like there's some parts that are described technically as basic, but then that's a sacrifice, but then it's really unique. Like later in, and then something like that. Yeah, it's the. I feel like some inconsistencies in the frequencies there. And this part here, the zoom, feels a bit empty. I think we need. I don't know why. It's I know why. We're competing, you know? Trying to prove a scorecard. I really like that. Hey! So weird, like it's so. However, it just fits. It's so crap, but so amazing. Please don't take offense. I think you know what I mean, right? I do it. I like. I go. Yeah, man, very sick. Very repeatable for me as well. So, next up, above that,
hello everyone.
I just can't put it any lower. Heartz. It's just too complex. It's too consistent. It's too wow. It's too original. It's.
My name is Heartz from.
I just, again, from a subjective standpoint, it felt a little bit. Maybe like the piece was a bit rushed in the creation because it just didn't have a cohesion to me. I can't explain why. It just felt a bit for the sake of making a wild card, which is really harsh to say. Heartz, I'm so sorry the way I say it, but you are an extraordinary beatboxer and the techniques are just undeniable. If you've got this in your top 5, I literally agree.
Yep. I'm
Yep.
about to lose my sense of human.
He's got everything.
Sense of human.
I guess the dynamic, the power dynamic, it sounds like a bit quiet. You take away the microphone and it feels like it's a little bit exposed in its full range. I can hear it. It's like but it's like instead of we need a bit more meat. I don't know. That is sick trick. So sick, man. So much flavors. Sick wildcard. All right. Now we get next. It's Cloud. I think Cloud might be the answer to the most underrated beatboxer. I feel like he is so fantastic at the genre of house music. It's just, he's a mastermind of a genre. You are automatically going to rank this high as soon as you start beatboxing for me. So I'm just looking at the list and he just outside of the top 25, my first page in the Grand Beatbox Battle announcement. But yeah, This one is everything that Heartz isn't. And Heartz is everything that this isn't. They are two contrasts, and placing them in the same spot is a weird but wonderful way of ranking it for me. This has extreme precision and authenticity over the genre and the set, but lacks all of those tricks that Heartz did. Listen. Are you mad? That isn't as easy as it sounds. Every single sound effect is maximum groove and effectiveness. Everything. Are you mad? This one's insane.
I'm blowing cat. I'm blowing like it.
This drop here went a bit down for me. I think I needed something different there. But the whole thing is just, you smash your head every time you hear that. The quality is fantastic. Okay, even higher than this. We go up again next.
Hello, my name is
Improver. We have Improver now in 26th place for me. This is getting to some seriously higher levels now. Okay, so authenticity, artistry through the roof. This one felt like it missed tricks. That's how I'll word it. It came from a more basic angle. Now, that doesn't mean the whole set is basic, because it's done with expert quality and precision, which is enough for some judges to put it right near the top. And I fully understand. I get it. It has expert precision, authenticity, dynamicness. I just think that people around this area, 26 and higher, are showing some unbelievable variation and unbelievable tricks, and showing a bit more pacing through the set, but not overwhelming. Like, this one is nowhere near the tricks of Heartz, but it's more masterful. That's why it's above Heartz, is because everything is more mastered with this one. I think Improver can show more skills and more variation whilst being mastered. So listen one more time. As a set, this one is fantastic. I will listen to this as a set. I love it. And he's got an AI music video version with a bit more, it's like layered and processed, and it's unreal. Oh my God, go listen to it. It's so sick. It's just, as a wild card, this was not the most effective for my scorecard. To compete with the other people, we need to show off a bit more. That's what I felt. But let's get to some of the key parts.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, like boom. This is a dangerous beat to like boom. This is like, I explained the word basic. Nothing about his quality is basic. It's just the beat itself ends up being more basic. I know that quite a few of the Russians do that, and it makes their beatbox extraordinary, but it makes it hard to stand out. And then we have this na 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 na, and the variety in the singing is a little bit restricted, but then he does this too high. The way he comes in is really interesting. I like that. Yeah. Again, I need a bit more variation. Just na 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 4 times, and then maybe something like something, just more things, that's all. And then the drop at the end around the basic root, but again, the quality is insane and the bass is insane. It's disgustingly dirty. It's like a bit like mine, but there's this in there, this like dirt layer that just is grim and great. So that's why I'm placing it up high. Yeah. All right, that's improvers. One up from improver, another Russian. Now we get to the top 25, and it is Vatang. He's just an extraordinaire. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. He's just extraordinary. The singing, the bass qualities, the textures, the combos he's made that no one can touch. All the reasons why it's in my top 25. I do think the structure was a bit off. Personally. Oh. Along the basic route sometimes as well, similar to improver. That is.
I love you.
Oh, the polyphonic singing. I love you. Oh, I can't do the poly singing.
Baby,
that's a shame.
I'm off in my days, bro. Let's go party.
Yeah, I just don't. I think that the piece could be wrote a little bit more rounded together to say more of a story, I suppose. Intro's really cool though, and it has this classic approach, this old school approach. Vatang, 2 years ago, I ranked him 3rd place in a wildcard competition. So consistently, he always scores high for me. I just think I needed a bit more. In this one, it was a bit exposed to some serious tricks from other wildcards, basically. Very sick wildcard, nevertheless. All right. Okay, this one is just so standout with this classic music influence. Honestly, I'm telling you, I'm not going to waste the time now. This is a long video. If you had this wildcard in 1st place, I wouldn't argue you. I'm being serious. Now, any of my top 25, if you had them in your top 4, 6, or 1st, I'm not even gonna argue with you. So don't argue with me. That we have to fit these 25 in there somewhere. And then some of them aren't even in others' 50s. There's clearly going to be a massive variation of interest because your taste is coming out. So if you think that the last ones were 4th, do it, man. Like, I've just got to be the judge that places these all around. This one is crazy. The arpeggios are from another dimension. It does become a bit repetitive, the piece, that's all. So quite linear, but yeah. Now I think ABX here at 23 marks, again, once more, another serious step up. Now we're in the territory of, if you have these in your top 6, I strongly agree. I really won't argue you anymore. If you have these in your top, these ones now, if they are in your top 10, yeah, same almost. It's kind of like that. I can't even talk down on these next ones. These next ones, and with that, I'm just going to have a quick toilet break. So I'll see you in about half a second. And back. Okay, I'm an hour in recording. What an interesting piece of work this is, ranking Beatbox. That's why I can actually make this such a lengthy topic, like many hours of live streaming it and now talking about it once it's complete. It's because it's fun and unique. Okay, this marks a serious step up. ABX marks that. This one is a bit gappy in its structure. it needs to be a bit more well-rounded to score higher for me. But the impact moments are outrageous, and the originality is from another universe.
From India.
Listen to this bit. Unbelievable. It's just so sick. If you have this in your top 3, yeah, sick list. All right, 22nd, Given. This one's one of the most complex wildcards in the whole thing.
Yo,
These combinations with the are just I can't tell you why is it not 5th. All right, this one is because it feels like it's forced to it's like forced video to rank well. His grooves are insane. The dynamic could be a little bit better. Like the quality of his fundamental all-round sounds, and also just a little bit like missing a bit of identity, I guess that's all. But again, it's just absolutely insane, this one, seriously. And above this one, then we now got Stitch.
And this is my solo wildcard for the Grand Beatbox Battle 2025.
This is my last battle.
This is just an authentic classic music set from Stitch. This is just a seriously impressive beatbox set from Stitch. I think the nature of it being so slow paced leaves it vulnerable to drop for other people to have a higher placement in the end. As a song, extraordinary, and probably my second favorite song across all the wildcards, or in my top 3 anyway. Just, it's such a good song. I do think that there's some fundamental, these like the kicks, the snares, the hats, some of the sound effect can be a little bit stronger, and it's gappy in the nature of the song that it's wrote. So yeah, this one is basically flawless though. It just happens to be where it does because of the scorecard. That's all. That's literally all I have to say on that one. That is really just the way it is. Now, above this one, and also interestingly, right next to it is Viva. And it's right for the exact... Honestly, it's like I'm like a parrot. It's the same reasons as Stitch. This one is even more fresh, though. It reminds me of Wing and Mommy Maru being really similar for me in the GBB of 23. It's like that. These have some textures, some frequencies, some sound effects I've never heard in beatbox from this one. Singing's great. This is one of my favorites. It's actually beautiful, this one. Listen to the... Listen to this. Oh, so cool. And this bass pitch is this. Listen to this. Is it here? No, it's here. Yeah, listen to this. Yeah, here, sorry. Listen to this. Listen to the bass in the back, the pitches. Oh my god, this one is insane. And there's even he's even more missing the fundamental dynamic power more than Stitch. Stitch is stronger with that, but this one just wowed me more. Oh, so original. What do you mean? What can be above that? I'll tell you what can. Helium. Helium goes above that in 19. This is a masterpiece. This wildcard is a masterpiece. It's flawless. It is drum and bass. It is an expert master showing of drum and bass. It's just lacking variety quite strongly in a broad spectrum. In drum and bass percussion, it is not lacking variety. It's perfect in its lane. But for a wild card to score on a rounded scale and a scorecard, I just needed more frequency variation or more different inputs, different varieties to show off how to score better in a wild card, basically. And I recommend going to listen to that masterpiece of drum and bass. So what can go above that masterpiece? Next up,
my name is
Codfish in 18 now. Above them ones is Codfish. Again, to be above the ones I just shown, you've got to be extraordinary and authentic, and that's what this is. This one is super authentic. This one isn't as extreme as the case of King and Nursia, but I do think this was not the best take. I would have retook this because I think that this one had potential to go higher. Like, Helium's is maxed out at that position. There's nothing more he could have done on that set. Whereas this one with Codfish, on a better take, could have gone up maybe 8 more spots or 6 or something more spots for me with the exact same set. I just think that something to do with the timing and the clarity of the sounds, the consistency. There was some objective score downs for that. The execution wasn't as defined and the timing was a little bit off. But the power moments and the authenticity of this wildcard and what Codfish does, again, as a piece, this is fantastic. And all the way up to maybe a here, I would say. All this first half in particular, it is probably in my top 10. Like, this stuff, when he brings in the drums,
keep him down to the coins of sand.
Listen to when the drums come in. This part around here is one of my favourites in all of the Wildcards. That is so rich, that vibration bass. And I hear a little bit of the breaths quite frequently in there, which it's I think muting the breath is a little bit more aesthetically clearer.
Man wins again.
This part is fat. It's just I think if this section had a little bit more like fresher or some new kind of a variation of a trick, because this type of inward bass I've heard for a lot of years, and it feels a bit exposed comparison to all the other tricks I'm hearing. But this with the vibration bass is extraordinary. I've heard this technique with the inward bass through the archives over the years, so I think just a little bit more in this section would have ranked it higher. But again, absolutely amazing, and it felt great. The authenticity, the vibe is just off the scale, and no doubt it's got such views that it does, because it is really listenable. Above that one, we now have Adi Karang, and this was quite unexpected for me. This one went up the rankings over time, but this one paints a strong picture. I get like Need for Speed vibes with this one, but this... Listen to this. And then keep going. Oh my god. This rhythm drop is ridiculous. What? This one is like Codfish and Cryix, where it's like they have a bass texture that all they need to do is just do it, and it's scoring high because of how good the bass just is. Progression, it's mad. And then this one had what Codfish's didn't, and Codfish had elements that this didn't. So Codfish is way more authentic than this was, but this one, again, it had the trick that Codfish could have had in that last section. This trick here, like, he does this. It's kind of like that, isn't it? Thing with together. That was a trick that went, and I value these new discoveries. It's like revolutionary in time-sensitive eras. Listen. Wow, it's like graffiti. Very insane. And now it gets better, doesn't it? Because obviously my scores keep going up.
Yo.
I want to make this quicker. I am a bit tired, and I've done so much of listening to these wildcards over these weeks. So this guy is so brilliant that he's impossible to deny. Xalos, in my opinion, right now, inherits skills that basically put him in the top 20 by beatboxing. He's so delicate with his textures. He's so unique with his approach. And his arpeggios, his control and complexity and speed is just top tier. He's clean. This one's a bit like Xbit, but way more cohesive and way more well-rounded. What's over here? And the hook is sick. Yeah, this one's placed brilliantly. I couldn't be more happier with the placement. Right, next up, the next one above it. Oh, this one is weird. This one's insane. What a way to make my top 15. This one is so gappy, so wrong, yet so right. There's sections like from here to here, no. From here to here, yes. From here to here, no. From here to here, yes. Here to here, no. And then back to yes. The no parts are not keeping up with the yes parts. So it's gappy in its arrangement and it's showing its energy. But the hit parts are just unbelievable. And he's so fresh and so powerful. It's actually a joke. And he has one of my favorite parts in the entire wildcard competition. If I was to compile my top 10 moments, this would be in it. This bit is crazy. Listen to this. Oh my god, this one is insane. Check this.
Page to see if the people gonna really know.
So I'm not a fan of this. This This is a no moment for a high ranking. So he is like 40th, but then top 5. That's what this one is.
But still the same rich.
Oh, I just got wronged. Okay, we have a build. Even that, it's even still unique and powerful. It's like, so I can do it, but then it's, so like, but, rich, man, you make me, you're forcing me. That's how good this is. It's so precise, so practiced. Okay. Insane, but that's not even the bit. Check this out.
But still the same rich.
so characteristic. I understand this guy's beatbox and I understand him. This is like, okay, I've said this twice now, but this is a difference. This one above is now another step up because now it is so rich in identity. This and above have something extraordinary, kind of. The next three, actually, no. I will reinstate that when I hit the top 10. Okay? This one is ready to be above the next three. It's just missing a bit too much, objectively. This later in, where he does this, like, he goes on like this roller coaster of...
Gonna really know that
with the... that I can only do whilst yawning. That's like a roller coaster. Unbelievable, this one. Like, this can be in your top 3, like, no issues. And this can also be 50th for you if you think that way. Sure thing. Not for me, though. This one is insanely high. Rich, you are insane. Right, now these next 3... No, not yet. There's one more. Sorry. Let's just slide in Blackroll. Undeniable. This is the way to describe this one. 14th place. Blackroll, this is not my favourite one. This is a very stage-built set. This one is displaying so much power. It's just, it has to place this way. It's so powerful. It's so brilliant. It's so complex. It's so consistent.
Just one shot and
the grooves are so... He's got such a high IQ in his flow. What do you mean? Insane in this.
shot one spot to get in.
I'm very mind blown. It's just so high level in so many departments. Identity, enjoyment, subjective, melodic, no. That's missing. If he had those four things, it would be top 3. But it's not. So it's what? 14th. Yes, it's 14th because it has everything else above the ones below it. Right, now these next 3, these are just so good but the same for me. These ones are, when I heard them, when I started my initial early ranking, I knew that Max, Pono and Pac Max would all be next to each other. We have Pac Max 13.
What's up?
We have Pono 12 and we have Max in 11. And I just knew these 3. If you go and listen to all 3 of these in a row, you might understand what I'm trying to say. They have this beatbox songwriting template. They have all of them the same amazing level of original approach. Like, seriously. They all have the same ranking for these things. Original approach, songwriting ability, variation, skill, clarity, consistency. They all sit on their perch together at like 8.8 out of 10. I just can't word it anymore. I personally liked Max a little bit over the other 2. Pono's last bit was incredible. It was mind-blowing, the combo. Pac Max's pitching and playing is just so unique, and it was just the song. I just preferred the song of Max in the end compared to the other 2. So Max just hit the 11th, the cusp. This level now is absolutely unbelievable. And the wow factor, the wow is the only thing missing now from these ones. Other than that, they're the best. Max, Pono and Pac Max are the best. Minus that extraordinary wow factor that pretty much all my top 10 have for me. So they're the next 3. Now we get to my top 10, And the lowest top tenor is Lexomafo. I just can't believe this guy's beatboxing. It's so impossible for everyone else. This one is so linear. It's like a part of a 1 hour mix that's been created on the software. But the energy is so monotone. It's kind of like Dillip. He does that too. It's mostly not a good thing, but there's just something about it that's original, unique and weird. But it's not the reason I scored it high. It's actually the reason it came down. It was higher for me. I scored it down because of this monotone energy that is not the best. But if you just go listen to the piece, try it. You can't do it. And I can do mostly everything we've heard. I can, honestly. There's some I can't. Like, I can't sing in polyphonic, or I can't do vibration bass, and there's some combos that stumped me a tiny bit, but for the most part, I can do it all. This one is just an anomaly. This is just, he's so damn good at his style, it's a joke. And he's doing it with all these bass textures. He's doing it with all these bass textures as well that are just top level. That combo's a joke. This is a joke. This one is a complete joke. It's one of a kind. That's what I would say. This one's one of a kind. And so's the next one probably. Juano, there you go. From an objective standpoint, if you've got this 40th, I understand. I agree. I can see this one being low because the hook isn't good. The structure isn't great. Everything. He's just extraordinary at percussion. It's one of a kind. To make my top 10, you had to be one of a kind. This is one of a kind. The power in the drums, the level of percussive skill, the unbelievable power of this guy. The amount of spit. I mean, the bathroom lighting makes it worse, but it's still vaporing. These little touches are unbelievable. Listen to this bit.
Everybody, why? Tell me why.
It's just so freaking unreal. Good luck battling him. Juano, I get you, bro. I get you, broski. 9. Good luck battling that. That's all I'll say. It's just insane. I literally wanted this in my top 2. I just couldn't. Even that is just powerful. Yeah, just from another extraordinary and one of a kind. Speaking of one of a kind, even higher ranked than that.
Hello,
Wing.
this is Wing.
How greedy you to take it there.
With this one, how brazy. It's so simple compared to what I've just heard. How has he made it up this far with just that? Like, he's a victim to the scorecard why he's not higher ranked, because from an authenticity standpoint, it's at the top. From a music standpoint, it's first place for me. And from control, it is first place. I listened to the raw audio, and admittedly, it was slightly micro inconsistencies compared to the piece we hear with the mix. The mix is definitely enhancing the beautifulness of this piece. But this bit, oh my god, this might be the best drop in the entire Wildcards. Even the snap, just so low pitched, and the bass is just so clean and vibrant. He is beatboxing at its default level better than maybe all of them. It's just weak in variety and skill. It really is barren to those two things. There is skill in clarity, there is skill in precision. I understand that. But it's just missing. A bit like Improvers, it's missing a variety. It's missing a complexity. It's missing the tricks. As a piece, perfection. Honestly, as a song of beatbox, perfection. Like, perfect. But as a wild card to score, I am actually a little bit surprised. I have it as high as 8th place. But I just, again, I am not a biased judge. I do not look at it in my own one way. I am fair to the quality. It is extraordinary. It just lacks some amount of those things I mentioned. That's all. And this snare here, it's just like a bomb. Crazy wild card. And also from a subjective standpoint, it's in my top 5 on the actual score. All right, going up 1, Ray. Total mind blower. This one most blew my mind in the whole Wildcards. This one was just the, oh my god, I want to put it first. Impulsively, I want to put it first place. Because it just, from a unique standpoint, I couldn't believe it. This stuff. It's so stylish as well. The way he swags his way through it, and the drop coming here after this phased insane sound that I've never heard. This ori. Listen. Bang. He's missing fundamentals in his drums, and there's a little bit of like, he's not the strongest dynamic fundamental beatboxer. Like, if you compare it to Wing, it's a different universe of clarity. Wing is way more superior in that, but this one balanced the seesaw with the amount of wow factors, tricks and skills and original approaches to beatbox I've never heard. This had to be as high as this for me. I was completely shocked when I heard it the first time. This one was just such a unique piece, so original. All right, and there's still none of these wildcards that you've just heard even made it in my top 6. Can you believe it? 6th place, Ice. Right, I'm going to be honest with this one. When I first heard it, I actually thought that he was going to be at risk of not making it very high for me. But one of the problems about this one that you might be doing, if you are a fan of Beatbox or Ice, I suggest you might be comparing Ice, this wildcard, to old stuff from him. Now you can do that, because then you'll find which one is your favourite from Ice, and there you have your own ranking of your favourites. But you have to take it for face value. You have to appreciate and understand and try and picture this is the first time you hear this beatboxing. He does have a very linear style, which means that the sound pack's restricted and the style is similar across all of his sets. That's just the way his sound set is. So you can't just listen, click it and go, that's the same as other Ice videos, and that's the end of your analysis. Don't be crazy. As soon as you pull out a scorecard, you really understand how elite Ice is at beatbox. And I actually don't need the scorecard, because I'm an elite analysis. The analysis guy. I think I am anyway. And that's maybe why I get employed to do these things. Because I can appreciate and understand extraordinary beatbox. And this guy's just so deep in his lane of amazing.
I'm different.
No one's doing it like this. With his own textures and sounds. Just crazy. And then here.
New school shit. I pulled it.
Even that, it doesn't go. No, it doesn't. It goes just a pre-sound before the drop.
Shit, I pulled it.
No. There you go. It's just not. It's not. Which would be an easier way. It's not. It's not. No, it's not. It's just such a difficult sound texture every time. Like that. It's just so difficult. But he's done it so many times. He's such a master that it's become easy for him. So just because it seems easy for him, it doesn't mean it is. And then he does this with the like dun 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 around here. Amazing. And if you heard that if this was the first time you ever heard this guy, you'd have it first place. That is a crazy one. Right, but why is it not in my top 5? Well, that's because the next 5 exist. Kaji. I think I can't show this one for copyright reasons, but go and check Kaji's out. It's just an explosive nightmare of ability. It ended up ranking overall first place, so congrats to Kaji. Undeniable. The power, the precision, the originality, and the skill are all the reasons why it is undeniably at the top. It wasn't my favourite. It wasn't close to my favourite from a lovable enjoyment perspective. But again, I'm not going to be dumb. I am going to rank it in my top 5 because it really is that good. All right, and then 4th place, Steady. Now, I was so tired this late into judging when I listened to him for the first time. And it was just like waking me back up because I was like, what? I just couldn't understand the level of intricacies in this guy's technicality. He's just one of a kind. That's the word I'm using in this top 10, right?
Cut it.
He's so perfectly clean. He's so precise. He's so meaningful with all the sounds. He's so original in the groove. And the dynamics are a joke. Even all of them are insane. Listen to that.
Light flash.
He's so confident in his performance. Like, I know on some regular scorecards there's like performance or showmanship. His would be so high. I don't score with that part of the scorecard. It kind of bleeds in other ways, but yeah. And then this. I actually figured it out the other day on my own. Let me remember. It's like that. Yeah.
Got it.
Like that. Mad. So fresh and original. So much original flavors, original touches. It's really perfect. The perfect take. Go watch it start from finish and you'll see it's just a perfect take. I could have done this on a live stream actually, because this is nearly 2 hours. Oh my god. As one video. You know what? I've done this all in one video, like 2 hours nearly, and I've done all the judging. Please show some respect in the comment section, or like, just subscribe. You probably have. So, in fact, just don't worry. Don't do anything. Right, up next is third place, Den. Right, this is the best song in the GBB Wildcards. It just is. It's similar to Ice. If you've heard Den before, you might be comparing old Den to new Den or all his sets. Don't compare Den to Den. Compare Den as if face value, first time hearing it. Totally mind-blowing. The aura that he captures when he just starts by singing, it's calm and it's perfect. I'm in. R&B. I'm in. I am Neo in this bitch. I am so sick. I am all because of you. If you say this is crap, you're wrong. You're just dumb. This is unreal.
Something about you want me wanting your love.
It's okay if this isn't your style of preference to beatbox. It's fine. It's okay. But just understand the levels. And this thing is just... Oh my goodness. I forgot where I was at, people. My camera died overheated. It overheated because it's been recording for so long. But yeah. I don't know how far I said with Den. I wanted to hear that vocal flip section. And then this bit. Oh, he's just unbelievable. So, to be the best song, in my opinion, from Beatbox Wildcards, that there's from as a song, to be the best one, it automatically puts you in because of how many songs there are to represent what a Beatbox Wildcard is. It's the best one because of the vocals, the melody choice, the intricate original combinations of sounds, and there's variety in there too. So, and the effect it has, the energy that this one gives off because of the discipline of the beat. So yeah, for those reasons, he is a master and one of a kind. Has to be in there. Number 2, Tropical. I ain't going to waste time. Tropical, you're a freak of nature. The combinations are absolutely dastardly. The flow is just from another universe. And there's still problems like the dynamics. I heard it in Raw and he's quiet. It's quiet. But that doesn't matter. It actually kind of adds to the nature of the beats that he's doing. It's a stylistic choice in these beats. This whole thing is just unbelievable. It's so deep in its own lane, unrepeatable. It's so extraordinarily identifiable, complex, and original. It's just unbelievable, and it just lacks a little dynamic variation. That's all it is. But the complexity is the most complex one, probably. It's off the charts with all those identity things. It's so impossible for everyone else. Just so. And it's rounded well, too. That takes to this year's first place. Marvelous. So, round of applause to Marvelous, who gets my first place. I was suspecting that when I first heard it. My first reaction and response in my head was, this is going to be in. I could just feel that it was. The song is a top 5 song for me. I love the melody. He's singing beautifully. The melody's amazing. He's just got it all. This one has it all. That's why it's first place, is because it is a true representation of a wildcard. The only thing I scored it down on, and so I'm not on about down in the rankings, clearly. I'm on about why is it not 100 out of 100? You see? So the reason is because I don't feel like the drops match the song sometimes. It's a bit disconnected, and the simple term that beatboxers use is a little bit spammy, just a little bit. But that ain't enough to knock it off its perch, because it just has everything. It is so balanced and well-rounded. Melodies, pacing, the arrangement is so good. The combinations are insanely complex. The clarity and precision is insane. The power is amazing. It has a wow factor right here. The wow moment for me is here. Hey. It's so good. It's just, yeah, he's one of the cleanest beatboxers. He's one of the most dynamically effective. The power's fantastic. Everything about it is just absolutely great. The execution of the singing is great. It's just a super good take. There's some parts you can subjectively like or dislike, like the if you don't like that, that's fine. Same with the combinations and how they sound quite different. But I really think that it's quite a great display of showing off. One combo, then the next combo, then the next combo. It doesn't feel too spammy for me. I feel like the percussion stays close to itself across all the different combos. I just think it's it's just so well rounded, and it's just so good. It's a fantastic wild card. Just it blows my mind, some of the tech. What do you mean slide that in at the end like it's nothing? So it's like dun 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 it's got a I like the structure a lot. I really like it. The song makes sense to my head. If I didn't like the song as much, it could fall much lower for me. And that's probably why it did for the other judges. And I respect the other judges' decisions. Literally, I see their philosophies and I fully get it. This happens to be my list. I wouldn't change it at all. I look back at it now and I'm still so happy with how it all went. So thanks for joining the journey of the ranking. And cheers. If you watched the whole video, then... well, then, big up. Fair play to you. Thanks for checking it out. What a long vid that was. And well done to everyone this year, and congrats to the top 6. And one last thing to note. All 3 judges had the top 5 overall in their top 10. So if you think we were too different, how wrong can you be? Like, our top 5 was identical in everyone's top 10. I only never seen something like it. That is so consistent, and they just turned out to be like that. Like, I didn't think that the judges would have Den and Abo Ice as high as me, but they did. So we definitely seen top quality in the same way. And yeah, cheers for checking it out. Let me know what you would have had differently, and I'll vibe with it, you know? Just, I don't think hate is so necessary for looking at it. Unless you're 34th... my 34th place was your first place and you're so passionate behind it, then do it. Just let me know. But I wouldn't say hate, because I really have been meticulous about my decisions. Like, I really wholeheartedly stand by those placements. So I've thought about it deep and well, and very clear, transparent, with no bias, full honesty. That's my placements. If I put my friend, if I was biased, my friends would be higher. If I was biased, then I would put people in lower that I didn't like it as much. I'd put Ash in the top 5 if I was biased. So, you know, that's the way it is. That's my top list. Cheers, everyone. I'm so tired now, honestly. I need to go catch some sun outside. Goodbye.